Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day to trade. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. Let's get started. Yeah, so I haven't, the only trade I've taken today is FUFU here at the VWAP or at the 200 daily test. Didn't play much of it, just small size. Didn't love it because the price action is a little weird on it. But anyways, PRs will be dropping in the next couple minutes, so ready for that. Try to focus a little bit better on better stock selection today. I've been kind of getting into a lot of pops, and last couple of days have been green, solid days. But I get myself in a bind yesterday. It came out fine. Played ENGN so many times yesterday, and it worked out, but it was a little bit sketchy. There we go. But yeah, this is the only one I played today, and I don't really feel like playing it anymore right now. It could flush here at 7 o'clock. There's a really good chance it does that, but I'm not going to be a part of it. So I'm just going to wait and see if we see any new PRs here in 1 minute. But yeah, decent last couple days. Nice bounce back days, because like I told y'all, my 30-day win streak ended with 2 red days. So I ended it nice, nice and strong. But they were light red days, so no big deal. But I've been forcing a little bit of trade, so today I'm going to try not to do that. So 7 o'clock is here. As expected, like FUFU might flush a little bit, but let's see if we get any new PR pops. And F told you. Figured this one would flush, but I should have got in it, but all good. SLRX is flushing. Yeah, CMCT is popping. It is up. Grabbing some locates. I always think I'm quick. This is why I grab my locates, then immediately start looking. Oh wow, this thing is. I haven't gotten in it yet, but it's running. So this thing must have a decent, must have a small float on it. So CMCT. Oh man, it's at 10. Do I add here before I know what's going on? No, I'm not going to. So I'm going to pull up the news. What's going on with this one? What in the world? I added a little at 10, but announces sale of lending division. Is that really that good of news? So I'm going to play it at the $10 level. I got a little entry. Oh, tiny float. That's why it's pumping like this. Okay, makes more sense now. So I'm in it, but small at 10. The news doesn't seem that impressive to me, honestly, but the float is tiny. Oh, we got a 200 here too. Nice, 863. So let's see what this one has up its sleeve. I'm gonna play it at the $10 level all the way up to 11, but very, this could be a GLTO. Just want to be very clear. This hurt a lot of people. Tiny float, tiny float. Early pops. It probably will fade, but gotta let it make its move 1st. We're getting the flush. Trim some of my size, but I got in it very small, guys, because that's why GLTO didn't rip me like completely apart, because when I get into them, I just get in small before I, if I don't know what's going on with the ticker. So I added a little here, but again, very, very, very small, tiny float. Be very cautious. This could go to 20 in a second. I would recommend, I'm not looking at comments yet, but again, I would recommend staying away. But if you got to play it, be small. This is like a GLTO setup. I'm in it, but again, very, very small. And if it breaks 11, I'll probably just get out. Oh, yeah, this might be a better long, guys. That's why I'm playing it small. What is small for you on these type of plays? I'm only in 200 shares, like a 2K position. Because the problem with these $10 stocks, a lot of people get used to entering like 1,000, like, they'll enter 1,000 shares on every trade or 500 every trade. Like a low float above 10, like I'm only in 200 shares with my finger on the trigger with $12. So my limit price is set at $12 right now. So all I have to hit is cover. I get one button to click. So if it holds over 11, I'm slapping it. And the reason I have 12 is just to give it room for me to get out, just in case it just takes off. So I'm trimming some more here because the more I think about it, the more I don't like this one. Trimming a little bit more here at VWAP. Got out in the low 9s. So I'm only in 100 shares now. Did pretty well on it though. Because when it was pushing, I waited before it got to 10 before I took an entry. But still, I kind of want to hold because it's an excessive move up, but it is playing with fire with this one. I know I keep saying it, but I know a lot of people got hurt with GLTO. This is a GLTO. This is a face ripper. So try to make y'all more aware of it because I'm comfortable playing these. But if you're new, don't. If it's below a million flows, stay away. Stay away. Anything else moving? I'm keeping my eyes on this one, but anything else moving? There we go. Still holding on to these 100. I would like to see a nasty flush here because I don't think the news is, I mean, there we go. Now we're below the 200. I'm just going to hold on to these last 100 and see if we get a nasty flush. If I was smart, I'd probably get out right here, but there we go. Let's go. So this is when the small float is in our favor on the flushes, because they sometimes can flush pretty nasty. So I'm only in 50 shares now. I'm just chilling, holding these 50 just to see if it flushes. Believe me, I wanted to add way more size at 10 than 200 shares, but with the float, yeah, it's just too high risk. Y'all know I love my 7 a.m. pops. That's where I like to add this size, but can't do it with these. So FU ended up flushing even more. Whoa. So if this one pushes back to 10, I might enter again, but I don't even know, to be honest. Maybe if we're closer to 730 and it pushes, but I might just avoid it. Just hang on to my little bit of shares I have left. Yeah, I've been noticing at 7 o'clock, these, whichever ones are like struggling to make their, that's why I said this one will probably flush, is because at 7 o'clock, a lot of these have been flushing lately. And this one was a nasty move. Because y'all know I focus on time of day probably more than anything with my trading. Like, where's the advantages at certain times? And I've been noticing a lot of these have been like this type of style ticker where it's pumping, but there's still not a ton of volume. Like, all it needs is a little bit of attention stolen from it, and it'll flush, and it seems like that's what happened. If we break 8, we gone to the promised land. Back to $5. I don't know, but we might have to wait for something else to steal attention from it. But I'm just going to casually hold it. FTCI, another one, only 5,000 shares have been trading. It is pumping though. There we go. And I added some on FTCI. I don't know anything about it. So very, very, very small. Oh, it's flushing too. Let's go. I wish I added more size. Oh, yes. FTCI. Yes, this is why I add blindly sometimes, because they do this. Oh, but now it's back up to 9. But still, I got in at my average is 1088. So only I was very small, but and I'm out. 911. I'm not even gonna look at it. What this was, float, all that. I don't care. I'm out of it. Dang, it dropped below 8, and then it bounced right back up. I don't think it ever hit the volume criteria for trade ideas to catch it, but I just was happened to be looking at my top gainers. We're at the top gainers, not my top gainers. Good morning so far, though. Be even better if CMCT makes its next move down. But again, I'm very small, so it's really not that. Regardless of which direction it goes, at this point, I'm no longer have that much size, but would like to see it fade. I don't really, and I prefer the tickers not up here in the $10 range. My sweet spot seems to be, and data backs this as well, like kind of like from the $3 to $5 range. Those are my favorite. I feel like most of the trades I've been trading has been like sub dollar, which I don't love those, and the ones over $10 I don't love that much either. Does it really matter? Maybe not, but if they're a trash company and they're over $10 though, it usually means there's a recent reverse split and the float is very tight. So very common that these $10 plus trash companies, if they're over $10 and they're a small market cap, there's not much of a float or a small float. Q's fell in VWAP there is tempting to add to it, but I don't know. Maybe, I'm gonna add, and then if it breaks over 922, this previous pop before it, I might cut. So I'm gonna add a little right here. Small, very, very small. So I'm in 100 shares now. Did it break above it? Okay, stopping out. I'm just not gonna risk it. So maybe lost like 30 bucks on that. But I might play the $10 test though. I don't know what I'm doing with this one. So I stopped out, then I added back at 928. So I'm back in 150 shares. So we'll see. I spooked myself out, stopped out, then jumped back in. But still relatively small, 150 shares. Y'all know I don't trade that big a size, especially on these sketchy tickers. But I would like to see a little flush here. I don't really know how to interpret the news, to be honest. Like, I'm having a hard time seeing how this is that bullish. They're selling off assets. I mean, maybe they don't need, I just don't know the whole story. Like, usually if a company announces sale of lending division, like, why aren't they selling their lending division? Do they need cash? Let me see. Did they get like a really good deal on it? They couldn't turn it down. Like, doesn't look like they need that much cash though. You got 29 months of cash. It's a solid runway. You do have a lot of offering availabilities right now though. So yeah, it's this news is just might be good, might be bad. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to. Maybe they just this is the sell main priority for growing its premier multifamily portfolio, strengthen its balance sheet, and improve its liquidity. I don't know. They made it sound like it was positive, so maybe it is. It's flushing. I'm actually kind of surprised it's flushing without something else stealing its attention. But honestly, I'm kind of tired of looking at this ticker. I'm ready for something else to move. Let me know if y'all see anything. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, apologies for saying this like 20 times to be cautious with this one, but I just want to be clear. These are quite dangerous when the float is less than $1 million and you're a short seller in pre-market, low liquidity. Yeah, I have a hard time like thinking this is going to like gain that much momentum with the news. Like the float, yeah, that's a good enough reason to pump this and send it to the moon or whatever. But again, like y'all know how I feel about the news. They made it like it's a bullish thing, and maybe it is, but selling off assets can be perceived different ways, or parts of your business. But again, I could dig into it to see why they are, and if that was cash flow positive, that part of the business, but I don't care that much right now. If this is a swing, maybe. But yeah, if it stays under VWAP, by the time we get some more like news coming out here, I think it is going to fade though. I didn't even realize it was a REIT. So it's a little real estate investment trust. Just trading like it's still 1 week negative. What do you mean? Like overall stock, which are on a all-time low, don't fade so hard, I've seen. Like overall stock, which are on an all-time low, don't fade so hard. Some of the daily. Man, this has a huge gap up to 16. I'm surprised with the float. It didn't try to get up there. And it might still try. Didn't speak too soon. Here we go. We're back above 10. Might have summoned it, but I'm adding here at 10. Very, very small, very, very dangerous. Just want to keep, about to be annoying with this, but feel bad when y'all blow up. So I just want to make it clear, this is a dangerous, 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 dangerous play. Got my finger on the trigger, 12 bucks. It breaks above 11. But I did add some size here at 10. Ross is in it. Makes sense why it moved up like that. But yeah, with Ross in it, low flow, just be cautious, guys. Be very, very, very cautious with this one if you're playing it. This is like a C setup. That's why I'm in it small. But I do like this 10 psychological level. I think it's not a, I mean, I think it's a decent spot to add, so that's why I did it. Not for y'all. I'm sticking with y'all should avoid, but I'm not trading live to show you what you should trade. I'm trading live to show you how I trade, if that makes sense. Thanks for the heads up, J Money. You're a real one. The reason why I haven't bailed is because I know if it doesn't hold up here, he's going to have to close his oversized position. That's crazy. No telling what his size is on a 700K float. Like, I won't get into this, but I'm surprised. How are they not sending this thing right now? But now, so this is when I like when Ross is in it, because if he starts closing a big position going against him, and he always talks about his slippage when he tries to close big positions. Let me know when he bails out. Oh, he's bailed out. Yeah. Probably why it made this move, next move down. I wasn't scared of Ross. There we go. That 10 ad was a beauty. And we're close to 7:30. We'll get some distractions here soon. Again, I'm not saying we're victorious. I trimmed some, by the way. So I'm only in 200 shares now. I got up to 300. Trimmed 100, but I really would like to see a nastier flush on this thing. Don't know if I'm gonna get it, guys. Just want to be clear. I'm net positive on this ticker, but I haven't it's far from a home run, so I would like to see if it flushes a tad bit more. 7:30 is right around the corner, so maybe we'll get some distractions. Now notice I haven't heard Ross talk about this in the past, but I haven't really followed him too close. But his last video yesterday, when I was, I don't know, driving around, it popped up on YouTube. And he was talking about money rotation. And I was like, let's go. He didn't say money rotation, but he was talking about a ticker that he was in, and then everybody got out of it to go to the next ticker. Just kind of, it's nice confirmation, like, okay, Ross notices that too. Because that's where our edge really is. That's like our biggest edge. When people get distracted and want to play the next shiny ticker, they sell out of the position. He bought on the dip. He's gonna try to make this thing go up, isn't he? There you another dip, Ross. No, he does this all the time. He's a dip buyer primarily. Yeah. Okay, I hear y'all say that he likes to buy the tops too. So I don't follow his trading that close, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure you've said that, J Money. So I'm confused. But yeah, the few recap videos I've seen, it wasn't dips that he bought, but I don't know enough. I just noticed he usually buys the breakout, I thought. 7:30. So let's see if there's any new PRs coming out. I'm in this one small, so I don't really care what happens with it at this point. Obviously, I would prefer it to flush, but is anything else moving now? No, you got to pay to watch his live streams. I think at least. Again, I don't know that much. I think since I've started talking about him on our live streams, since so many of y'all are fanboys, it started feeding them to me. So I really don't know his trading style that much. Are y'all see anything at 7:30? I'm not adding here though on this $10 retest. I'm gonna just sit it out, just with my small share count now, just in case it does pump. Because this one should run. This one should be running right now. I'm actually surprised it's not. In a hot market, this would be going berserk. Similar to what we saw with GLTO on Monday. That's the move I was expecting with this one. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed this is taking all my attention up till 7:30, to be honest. I'm just ready for it to break out and me cut, or it flush and be over. Just tired of looking at it. I prefer it to flush, but just ready to play a new ticker that not under this float size. But it looked like it just failed to break out just there. I mean, that's a pretty nasty 5-minute candle. So let's see. The market still feels very slow to me. There's just not a lot of tickers to choose from. If this breaks out above 11, though, I might actually flip to long and see if we can ride it up to 16. That's just a huge gap. And it'll try to get there. If there's nothing else to play. I don't know, BG. Because I only got them quick in the beginning. They were like basically free. They're $15 for 100 shares right now. Does it break 11? It's struggling. It's tempted to add here, but I'm not. Because of the float size. But normally these retests I like because you're seeing it struggling with it. Bro, I'm so tired of this ticker. Yeah, if it breaks 11, again, I might flip to a long. But that's just a huge gap fill. It's gonna want to try to fill it. Definitely won't be averaging up, I can tell you that. Dang, BG, I know, I feel bad, but a lot of y'all got rocked on that one. Getting a little flush back down now. Like I said, I'm just tired of looking at this one. I either want it to flush or break 11 and me jumping along. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start trimming down some here because I'm still in 200 shares. So I'm going to get out here at VWAP. So now I'm only in 100 shares. There we go. Let's go. Again, not making that much on it because I'm small, but we'll hold these last 100, see if it finally dies off. Actually, I'm only in 50 shares now. I got out some more right here. And I'm completely out. So I'm out of this ticker. Like I said, I'm over it. It could bounce here on the 9 and the VWAP. So it'll probably flush now that I'm completely out. Oh. Yeah, maybe made, again, it's hard to tell on mobile how much I made for each ticker. Probably 300 or 400 on it. So not terrible, but took up all morning or up until this point. That's better than going against me, so I'll take it as a win. Yeah, I wish I'd nice job just trading, adding it at the top. I was tempted to do it, but I bailed. Oh yeah, FTCI is pushing back up to 10. What's going on with this one? So I played this one quickly earlier. Y'all probably remember. Does it have any levels up here? Oh, this is. Let me do some due diligence on this one. I entered at 10, a couple hundred shares, but just in case it flushes, y'all know I love the $10 psych level. So let me do some research on it. Announces third quarter results. Revenue increased 156% year over year. That's pretty solid. To 26 million. Adjusted EBITDA improved to 4 million loss from a 10 million loss quarter before. Seems like decent. I mean, again, I don't feel like digging into this too much, but there's definitely some positive. Well, this is a massive company. I'm gonna get out. I don't like these size companies. So I'm gonna just get out here at break even. I didn't realize it was $1 billion company. These just don't fade as hard, or fade like they're supposed to. Don't have as good of results with them, so I'm out of it. Just break even. Looking at IHS, but it's got a long ways to go before I'm interested in it. Low liquidity. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. Looking up the market cap too on it. This is another one. This is 2.2 billion. So yeah, I'll pass on that one. Oh, yeah, you said that too, yeah. Yeah, I'll pass on that one. I might add to CMCT though, if let's say in 13 minutes, my trade ideas is going off, I'm seeing something running, I might try to slide back into CMCT, see if we catch a flush for money rotation away from it. Right now, it's kind of just in no man's land. Like, I don't really know what it's going to do. I want to enter just in case it flushes, but it's kind of a weird spot to enter. So I'm only going to enter in this little awkward zone if I see something else running. If not, I'll play the $10 or $11 retest. Another slow morning. Yeah, it's crazy. This one may run, especially with Ross and his posse in it, and it only has less than 1 million float. That's crazy. I'm so tempted to enter here. I'm about to, and then just cut. I lost the fight with the urge, so I took a little position here just in case it decides to fade off. It's looking weak to me, but it's super tight stop cut if it gets over 950. I just have a feeling it dies here, but I'm not as good at entering on red candles. Oh, let's go. I entered 400 shares. Not really sure why I went heavier on this one, but let's see what happens. There we go. There we go. Well, I do know why I went heavier because I have a defined risk. I know where I'm going to cut it at. If I know where I'm going to get out at, I'm not as spooked with adding a little bit of size. But still, 400 is not even that big, but it's bigger than I was playing it earlier. Let's see what happens. Probably forcing it a little bit since I'm bored. Maybe not bored, but I want to trade something. And again, I wouldn't say forcing it, but I think it's getting ready to fade. That's my thesis. But normally I don't enter on red candles, but it's looking pretty weak to me. I'll be surprised if it really bounces here, but maybe it does. But I know where I'm going to get out at, so all good. Let's go, JT Moon. That's what I'm talking about. Solid, bro. Almost 500 bucks on it. 300 shares. Let's go. But knowing that Ross is seeing the hidden buyer, care about Ross and his hidden buyers. Probably should have waited a little bit closer to 8, but let's see. So it's pushing back to 9. It's about where my average is right here at around 9. So tired of this ticker. Just need something to steal attention away from this thing. This thing is barely hanging on. Yeah, I don't know, Liquid Steve. It doesn't take much to get small caps fired up again. I think the problem is there's not really a theme right now. Like crypto treasuries is over. AI, you know, depending on what the news is. Even we saw some NVIDIA partnerships that didn't really even hold gains very well. So I don't know. Sometimes it only takes like one or two tickers to really heat things up. They start pumping out tariff dividend checks. That'll probably be it right there. I haven't done any research on it. I don't know how the validity of it, so I'm not here to debate that, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to get it started, but it doesn't usually take much. Something small usually gets it caught up. FTCI starting to dump. Yep. And again, I don't like these markets, and I'm not saying they're not going to flush. This could go all the way back, but they just don't flush as consistently when they're this high of market cap. They tend to hold their gains and kind of like grind up. CMCT pushing back towards VWAP. If it was a little bit closer to 8 o'clock, I'd be adding right here, but I'm just going to sit on my hands for now. I wouldn't be surprised if I have to stop out, but again, it's defined risk. I know where I'm going to stop out at. But let's see what 8 o'clock has up its sleeve. Well, since I'm in 400 shares, I'm going to stop out a little before then. There we go. Dump, baby. Let's break this level. I'm up, only up about 150 on it, so I'm waiting for a bigger flush. If I was smart, I'd probably trim some here, but I just know if it breaks this level, it is going down quick. I like the level it's at 8 o'clock. If we get something that steals attention away right here, this thing is cooked. And again, might not happen, and that's okay. That's trading. So But that's what I'm hanging on to. That's what I would like to see happen. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is a nice spot to be at, right there at the low of a move. Like, meaning it's at a key level that if it breaks, it could keep dropping right at 8 o'clock. So if we get something to steal attention away, I know I keep saying that, but that's the edge of this. That's the edge of my trading, is the money rotation. So I'm going to talk about it a lot. Eight o'clock. Let's see what happens. Anything else moving? Dang it! I don't see anything else really moving. CUPR is pushing, but it's a different price range than CMCT, so I don't really know if it's going to still. Oh no, it's not pumping. Maybe I looked at the wrong one. Well, it's definitely not going to steal attention. It's not even moving. So yeah, if we break 950 here, I'm just going to be done with this ticker. Because I think that's what I need for the flush, honestly. BGLC, maybe this one will steal attention if it's not a fake out BGLC. Okay, it's pumping a little bit. I already got a level drawn up here. What is that? Must be from another day. Hold it, bro. Keep pushing. What was that level from? Oh, yeah. Monday, October 20th. It popped up there. Come on, BGLC. Don't be weak. Oh, it's done. This won't be stealing attention from it. I can promise you that. It does have a small float, though. What's the news on it? CMCT's up to VWAP. I'm watching it on my phone. The news doesn't seem that bad. It's some partnership news, but the market doesn't want it right now. So they don't care. Man, what a boring live stream today. Haven't caught really a clean flush yet. Back in the money with CMCT, but just by a little bit. I want to. VGLC, come on, bro. Look what it. Somebody pump this moon market. Where you at? $1.2 million float. You want this one? I'm surprised Moon wasn't pumping CMCT, or maybe he was. I don't see any tweets. I mean, I like that it's stuck under VWAP here, but again, just like flush already. It's using what I love, the 200 daily as like the support. Oh no, that's 863. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Is it pushing back or is this just a fake out? Fake out. Too good to be true. Man. BGLC was supposed to be my savior. Hopeless hallelujah right here. Every time it goes to VWAP, the chances get less likely it'll hold. Yeah, the thing is with this float so tiny, it's not going to take much to send it. That's why I'm so surprised it hasn't like flown. So I want to see it flush like soon. Because you're right, it keeps failing VWAP, but like if it breaks it, I wouldn't be surprised if it just takes off, especially now that we're getting closer to 839. I want it to die before then. So here we go. Test that 200 again. It's like there's buyers there, though. Every time it gets there, someone buys it. Let's do it. I went ahead and trimmed some here at 8. What did I get out at? 869. Just not convinced it's going to break. But still holding 300. But this thing is frustrating. Okay, BGLC is pushing back up. There we go. This might be, yeah. Let's see. Just need something to get. What was the last one? Oh, CMCT. BGLC. I got them both pulled out. I'm gonna watch them. It just can't hold. Like that's the problem. Like even though it's moving up, I think it is already affecting CMCT. But like if this was to break a new high, CMCT is cooked. And by the way, it just made a new low of the move, I believe. But BGLC can't hold its gains worth crap. Can't hold over 6 or a VWAP. So I mean, until it does that, it's not going to steal attention away. Now BGLC's cooked. Yeah, I'm not confident this one's going to flush. If there's nothing that's going to steal attention from it, like this weak market we're in, this is trash. It's almost like a long position here more. It's just like enter pretty heavy here, stop out if it finally breaks through this. Like my short, I just feel like I'm getting less and less and less confident in it the more this level holds. But let's see. I'm playing this thing since 7 o'clock. Jeez. But as usual, if y'all see anything else interesting, let me know. But as of right now, I'm not really seeing anything. BGLC was supposed to be my savior, and now it's about to go negative. Fail. Yeah, I think if it breaks this, it's done. But yeah, look, BGLC is negative now. Okay, here we go. Come on, let's see the moment of truth. My guess is it's going to bounce. That's what it's been doing. Yeah, I have a hard time believing it's going to break this level without a distraction. So I'm not going to get too excited about these tests unless something else is running. Yep, and we're back up. Back above 9. Only Jesus can save us. Bro, I'm so like, I'm over this ticker. When I'm over, there's just nothing else to really trade too. But that's the market we're in, so we just gotta deal with it. Well, NXTC, is this one moving? Oh, this one's sketchy. Lined up like Navy SEALs. Yeah, this is come on, here we go. Nice. Oh, let's just hold. See? Got buyers picking it up. Okay. Now we're at the 20. We finally broke. See if it bounces on the 20 moving average. I'm gonna trim 100 shares here. Finally broke though. I wonder if I should just get out and just call it a. So I'm only in 100 shares now. I trimmed most of mine out of that. So it worked. Caught a little bit of the move, but I don't think we're gonna get a nasty flush unless it gets completely attention stolen from it. So but yeah, trim some in the 830s. Just gonna hold these last 100, see what happens. But like my P&L for the day is still just trash. So I haven't traded hardly anything. So I trimmed out of, I'm done with this ticker. I'm out of it. I might miss a bigger flush, but got all out between 830s to 840s. Could I miss a bigger flush? Yeah, but without something to distract it, I just have a hard time believing it's going to just have a nasty fade. Might be a slow fade, but I'm out. I got somewhat what I wanted, that level to break, but it's going to get caught up on this 20 for a second, I think. All right, 8:30 is 10 minutes away, so see if there's any decent pops. And then, if not, it looks like I'll be making money intraday today. AREB, is this a new pop? Yeah, AREB. I've played this one many, many times in the past. AREB. I want to see it run. Well, it's pushing. So I want to see it run a little more, though. It's a really clear level I really like, though. Let's see. Too good to be true. Wins always. Was thinking about getting in at 9 and walked away. Just have to change perspective. That's true. I left 10 shares short on CMCT just for fun. Might be anti-American to short this ticker. Which one? American. What's the name of this company again? American Rebel Holding. No comment. I'll short it. It's funny though. But it's more anti-American to not make money. It's a better comment. Capitalist, baby. AREB is pretty low float too. I didn't even check because it's not even in a range that I'm interested in. It's a bloody ticker. All red on AskEdgar. Offering ability red, frequency red, dilution red, cash need red, overall offering risk red. So it's just there's no volume in it right now. This might not be a bad play back to VWAP. It pushes back to VWAP, but bro, this morning was lame though. I'll tell you that much. Ready for things to heat back up a little bit. How did Ross end up well, he still trades till 9. Never mind. Is anybody making money? Because there's not much to make money on right now. How's the car? First impression? Alex, is good. No. So I don't want to say downgraded, but I traded in, well, actually I still have it. So I plan to call Carvana to pick up the Range Rover. So I wanted to downgrade a little bit because my Range is out of warranty now, and that scares me. So yeah, I tried my first EV, the Mach-E. Payments are way better than the Range Rover payments too. So that's a plus. But no, I love it. Love it. It's awesome. The Ford's running all kind of like incentives right now. So took advantage of it. But J Money said if I held longer, if I learned to hold longer, I could buy a Lambo. It's so funny. Even though I don't want a Lambo. I really like my range, but I wanted to try something different. Had just a Defender, but they're pretty pricey. And then whenever the warranty was over, it scares me to drive around a Range Rover not under warranty. Oh, J Money, still here? Yeah, you're right though. If I held longer, maybe it would be a little more appealing. But nah, this I got a pretty good deal on it. This isn't a flex car. I'm happy to have it though. I love it. But I've never been a fan of like depreciating assets, anyways. So I'm content with it. But it's nice. It has a big screen, massive screen. They're trying to like mimic, I guess, the Tesla screens and stuff. Yeah, I didn't even think I would get an EV car, but this one, like I said, it was a good deal, so I took advantage of it. Try it out. Should have bought a Tesla. Maybe, maybe, but I like this one a little bit better. It's like a slightly sportier Tesla. And I'm not really even, I usually don't even like the sportier quote unquote vehicles. Again, that's why I like Lambos and stuff. I like more of the, like the Bronco build, the G-Wagon build, the Defender build, like that kind of squared boxy build more. But I looked at the Teslas though, but I wanted to try the Mach-E. But yeah, the payments are beautiful on it. It's literally a third of what my payments on the Range were. Well, about not a third, but close to a third. I bought that Defender when I thought I was balling. But this summer humbled me. Crypto Treasury plays humbled me this summer, so AMZE grinding back up. It is. It's definitely a grind, though. AMZE. Yeah, this isn't very appealing to me, though, but it's grinding back up for sure. If it made a strong move back to 98 or dollar, I would love it, but I don't do well with these like slow grind ups. Well, I'll keep it on my radar just in case it does want to try to break out or something. Yeah, it seemed like there was more plays from 4 a.m. to 6:59 than there were plays today after 7. 1 minute to 8:30. So I'm gonna see what pops here, and if there's nothing, I'm gonna sign off. Try to find some stuff intraday. How old are you? That's a good question. 33, I think. 34. Bro, I should know this. After 30, I'm doing the math now. 33. Are your trade idea scan setups the same intraday? Yeah, they are. But during the day, I don't really pay attention to that scanner. I usually just listen out for the 200 SMA test scanner. When something tests the 200, and those are the ones I usually share in the Discord when I get them. They're just high probability they fail. And I don't share all of them. I share the ones I think are going to fail. Because if they're only up 20%, and it's usually the ones that fail are the ones that make an extreme move, you know, to the 200 that usually calls it trouble. Because if they blow past the 200 within the first 10, 20, 30%, a lot of times they don't fail. But if they get 50+%, makes a strong move towards the 200, hesitates around that level, there's a good chance that thing is about to flush. You play FUFU? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I said I wanted to play a VWAP test, but I wasn't watching it. Nice. What? Yeah, beautiful flush for sure. Well, not surprised, not seeing much at 8:30. Man, this market's been tough, guys. Thank y'all for, sticking around and hanging, because this has been brutal, to be honest. And then CMCT bounced back up, didn't it? Yeah, that's why I went ahead and closed out. I just don't trust this ticker right now. Might be an entry here, but again, there's nothing moving after 8:30. My win rate goes down. I shared in the Discord the end of month call that I actually wasn't profitable after 8:30 and 9 this past month, which is actually pretty common, very common. Still pulled in 50K on the month, but after 8:30, 9 o'clock, I just I don't have the touch. So, and then when market opens, I do decent, but the pre-market after 8:30, probably should just avoid. So on that note, let me just do one more scan. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything really interesting. Yeah, same, Delaney. Small green for me. 719.75, so still made $700, but man, I feel it's more that I'm just disappointed in the trading setups, I guess. Not even the P&L. Like, of course I wanted higher than that, but just there was not much to trade. I'm still fiending. But all good, all good. We'll can't force it though, because that's how you blow up. And there'll be some setups intraday. But it'll be a busy day for me because I was off yesterday, so all my calls from yesterday is going to be piled on today. So anyways, on that note, let me read the comments. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. I don't see anything. Yeah, JPL, you've been killing it, bro. You find ways to make money in any market. But on that note, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate it.